I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about the app Revolut Business, and obviously my experience obviously using it. Now, for those that are interested, Revolut is a business banking app, and it also has a personal banking facility. Now, you can obviously get it on an Android or iOS device. So I've obviously downloaded the app for my business, and I thought, okay, I'm actually going to download the app. It's going to be brilliant. Let's go, kind of thing. One of the reasons why I downloaded the app in the first place, because I found it very interactive. That was the key thing about Revolut app. It was very interactive, very forward thinking. However, I'll explain to you my thoughts and my opinions on it, and I'm going to be obviously very objective. For those that don't know, my name is Toyin. Welcome to my channel. Please hit that notification bell to be notified when I post great content. To all my existing subscribers, thank you very much indeed for watching the channel. Now, please, I meant to tell you, please turn on your notifications so that you're notified when I post great content. Thank you. Now, what I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about today is obviously the Revolut app. So I downloaded the app, and I was so excited and ecstatic to start using and start banking with Revolut Business. However, was I going to be in for a shock? So I downloaded the app. Once I obviously downloaded the app, it does ask you for certain requirements such as your date of birth, what other directors are on board, and all this other malarkey. I filled it in nicely and submitted it. However, despite the fact me submitting it, it was still hanging. So I rebooted my phone, and I realized, no, it's not my phone, it's the actual app itself. So I had to, because I had set up the Revolut personal account on the same day, I then contacted Revolut Help Chat for the personal, through my personal app. And they turned around and said to me, do you know what, that's fine, don't worry, we'll sort it out. Within 10 minutes, they sorted it out, it wasn't a problem. Then I just had to wait for it to obviously be approved. It was approved. Now, what I found annoying was that despite the fact that it was submitted, it had my trading name as trading name. So I thought, hold on, why? I'm not going to start banking with you if you've got my trading name wrong in the first place. So I told them that they had the facility to edit within the app, but it wouldn't allow me to edit it within the app. So I tried it on a desktop. It still wouldn't allow me to edit. So I thought, hold on, what is actually going on here? So when I contacted them again through the help chat, they turned around and said, don't worry, we'll fix it. But you will have to let us do it. I said, okay, that's not a problem, but you got my trading name wrong. I can't start banking with you if my trading name is incorrect, because everything needs to be consistent what I'm doing. So they said, okay, no worries, that's not going to be a problem. Then the other problem that appeared was I had a merchant account. So I had a merchant account. Obviously, I'm based in the UK, so they gave me a UK merchant account. Obviously, you've got the option to add other merchant accounts as well. But it was automatically added for me to have an American and a European merchant account. And then when I questioned them about why do I have merchant accounts in different countries, besides the UK, bearing in mind that I haven't received any funds from the US or Europe, why would you then set me up with a merchant account? They said, well, we'll only set you up with a merchant account if you had started receiving money from these countries. But I haven't. So why are you setting it up? They said, okay, no problems. We'll get rid of it. So the merchant account disappeared. And the only merchant account I had was the UK account and all other countries. So I'm like, why have you got the merchant account as all other countries, those as my two defaults? That doesn't even make sense. And they said, okay, don't worry, we'll sort it out. It didn't get sorted out because it still stayed there. Now, when I was looking for my sort codes and account number, it was there 1 minute and then it disappeared off the actual app itself. So when I asked them, why is my sort codes and account number keep disappearing? They turned around and said to me, can you add money to your account? I said, yes. So they said, if you can add money to your account, don't worry about that's your sort code and account number. I said, that doesn't even make any sense, because I need my sort code and account number to obviously relay that to someone if I want them to pay money into the account. That doesn't make any sense what you're saying to me. So you're basically saying to me I should continue banking and adding money to, enabling people to add money to an account that I don't know the sort code and account number to. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, because how am I going to add money to an account that I don't know the sort code and account number to? It just didn't make any sense. And then the other issue that I experienced with them was the simple fact that every 30 minutes I had a new virtual assistant come on board, and they would advise me, oh, okay, I'm doing this, and they said, you know what, my shift is finished, I have to go. I'm like, what is going on? Someone else is coming on. I thought, okay, this person's going to be a bit longer. It was the same thing. So every 30 minutes, I had a rotation of different people coming on board, and it was constantly. And I just thought, what the hell is this? So I said, you know what? These are problems that I'm experiencing with you, and I haven't even started banking with you. So I went to look at the reviews on their account. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. And I just thought to myself, I can't base my opinion on the negative or positive of what people have left on the app, on the review app. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to cut this and not bank with you guys, because it doesn't make any sense. I'm experiencing all these issues and I haven't even started banking with you. So I said to them, can you please shut down the account? They said, yes, we can shut down on the account, but what we'll have to do, if we're going to shut down the account, what we're going to have to do is, we got to try to, because we've opened up tickets, we've got to kind of close them before we can shut down the account. I said, okay, no problem. My account wasn't shut down. They said to me, I have to wait 24 hours for the tickets to be closed before they can shut down my account. And I just thought, oh, this is just getting worse and worse and worse. So when they did finally decide to shut down my account, they didn't shut down my account. Normally, if you're opening up an account as a business, they will shut down the business account, whatever the business name of the account is. But what they've done is opened up the business account and shut it down in my name. But that doesn't make any sense. If I've opened up a business account, you're shutting down the business account. Do you know what I mean? I'm obviously an account holder with you guys, but it's the business account that you're shutting down. So, and then I got an email saying, so I shut down that account. And then even though I didn't experience any negativity with my personal Revolut business account, I decided that I wanted to shut it down only because of the negative experience that I had with the business account. And they were like, we're going to retain your details for 6 years. I know you haven't even banked with us for less than 24 hours, but we'll retain your details for 6 years. And I just thought to myself, with other business banks, I've never experienced this. So I just thought to myself, you know what, the personal and the business, I'm just not going to utilize. I just think that obviously my experience was a negative one, but obviously if you decide to use the app, it obviously might be a very, very good one. So my whole thing with Revolut, despite the fact it is very interactive and it's very forward thinking, I was speaking to people constantly. Every 30 minutes I was speaking to someone different. I didn't even like with the personal account. I didn't like the fact that when I shut down my account with my personal, they turned around and said, okay, we've cancelled your cards and everything else, but your account will still run and be active as normal. Why would my account be still active and running as normal if I shut it down? Because that's what the email says. The email turns around and says, despite the fact that we shut down your account and your cards, your account will still run as normal. Why would it run as normal? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not even banking with you, so why would my account run as normal? So that's one of the reasons why I obviously decided to cut my, to not bank with Revolut. I wouldn't discourage people not to bank with Revolut. I would just basically say, obviously, if you're choosing to bank with them, that's absolutely fine. But bear in mind, sometimes well, I wouldn't say sometimes. I just feel like my experience wasn't a great one and it could have been better. There's other banking apps out there. Do your research. If you're going to use these virtual banks, you're going to need to do your research. Virtual banks for your business, you obviously need to do your research because sometimes there could be more headache than it's worth. Yeah, and that's my thoughts and that's my take on it. I just don't seem to understand as to why you want to leave my account running but shut down my cards but still leave my account running. Why? And then on top of that, you're turning around and shutting down my account but not shutting down my business account. So that didn't even make any sense to me. So I think to myself, is my account being inside Central still running with Revolut? Because I've only opened the account for less than 24 hours this year. I've never opened it before. So it's just I just think it's just a headache. But that's just my experience. Do your own research because you might actually find it an enjoyable app to use. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Take care and thank you very much indeed for watching.